I truly believe that no matter who you are, you can drastically improve your own physical attractiveness with just a few simple steps. Hey everyone, my name's Tristan Verstappen, and I have a lot to say about many things. A lot of people think that whatever their level of attractiveness is just what they're stuck with, not realizing that many things about our appearance are very much in our own control. A lot of people think that they're just genetically ugly. And while there are definitely factors within your genetics that you won't be able to change, at least not anytime soon that I'm aware of, there are different things that you can change to make yourself look and feel better about yourself. One of the most obvious ones and commonly spoken about ones are working out and eating healthy. I cannot stress enough how good it is to eat right and to maintain some consistent form of physical activity and exercise on a regular basis. It also helps your mind and your emotions and just puts you in a better state of being altogether. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. While you can go to the gym if you're able to, say you're somebody who's like way overweight and you can barely even walk anywhere. You can start very simply by honestly getting off the couch and just walking around your house a little bit. Even if you can't make it to the sidewalk, which I'm talking very extreme circumstances here, but yes, that can of course happen. Even if you can't do that, you can at least walk around a little bit in your own house. Once you've done that, you can work your way up to walking even slowly around the block and things like that. And as you continue doing this and you improve your diet, these are two of the biggest things that can have a massive impact positively on your appearance. But let's talk about a few things that you would actually see pretty immediate results for. What's one of the most common things that people do after a breakup to reinvent themselves? They get a haircut and or they dye their hair. Depending on who they are and what they're into, they can do a myriad of different things. Sometimes people will do a full glow up in whatever way that looks. They'll buy new clothes. Um, they'll dye their hair. They'll get a manicure, pedicure. They'll get their eyebrows done. They're whatever they're doing, right? They'll get a spray tan. They'll do whatever it is they want to do to have an immediate sense of control and improvement over their appearance. Now, that's not to say that any of these things necessarily needed to be done, but it is very helpful for yourself, again, mentally speaking, to take control of something that you have immediate control over and can see the immediate results. For years, I rocked a very emo mid 2000s side swept bangs kind of hairstyle. I also naturally have red hair and I have a baby face. Well, it's more of a reddish brown, but I was called Ginger pretty much all my life growing up. Two of the big things that I did, not immediately, but as I started looking more into kind of self improvement and getting myself together and reinventing myself in a way, two of the things that I really started doing was dyeing my hair, and then eventually I cut it, and I also started growing a beard. And yes, I dye my beard as well. Why? Because I just feel like black hair suits me better. And that's the point. What suits you? What makes you feel good about yourself? I mentioned spray tans as well. I've never been one for spray tans specifically, but I have gotten very into recently what's known as self-tanning. Personally, I've been using something called Loving Tan for a while, which is about like 40 bucks a bottle, lasts about a month, so it can be a bit pricey. There's also this brand you can get if you wanted to look into this kind of thing called B-Tan, which sells at like all grocery stores as far as I'm aware, or at least all pharmacies, Walmart, CVS, Target, you name it. Now, I'm naturally very pale, so personally, I go with the darkest options possible so that I can get, well, as much of results possible as I'd like to get. Of course, you can also do things like kind of changing your clothing and all these different things. Again, however that looks for you. For me, I went from a more kind of modern with a mix of retro vibe where I was wearing boots all the time. I only ever wore jeans. I never wore shorts. All of this stuff. And I kind of revamped my wardrobe a little bit. I started actually wearing shorts. Although personally, I'm a big fan of cutoff jeans. I don't like like legitimate shorts. I just like the way jeans feel and look and everything. Another thing that I do, and this is something that I kind of go back and forth on, similar to I go back and forth on whether I want to maintain keeping up a self-tanning routine, or if I want to just have my natural, appearance as far as my skin tone goes. I wonder the same thing about my voice. This is something that I'm sure any people who are non-gender conforming can understand all too well. But there are ways that you can work to kind of train your voice to speak at different levels. This is my natural speaking voice. When I naturally speak, I speak a little bit more nasally, a little bit more kind of, higher register, but I can work to actively speak in a lower register as well. And again, this is something I'm kind of teetering on as to whether I want to keep this up or just kind of, embrace my natural voice. That's not to say that this is like fake or anything. It just takes a little bit of conscious effort to actually do. With any of these things that you do, though, it does become something where it becomes so much of a habit that you don't really have to think about it anymore. You just kind of do it. I've been dyeing my hair for the past, 2 years now, since 2020, and it's just such a habit at this point that I'm like, yep, Saturday morning, dye my hair. And yes, I do dye my hair once a week. This is my routine, and again, this is the whole thing. It's about what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel confident, and what makes you feel good about yourself altogether. Even if you don't want to take any of these methods, which you don't have to, once again, the most important thing that you can do, and yes, I have explicitly saved this for last, is focus on your hygiene. This is kind of in the realm of that because something I also do is I use teeth whitener, which you can absolutely do that too. You can get whitening strips and they work a trick, let me tell you. But I cannot stress enough the importance of good hygiene. I'm well aware that it's very much a meme of the idea that you can just take a shower and go outside and magically all your problems will go away. That isn't reality. However, what you can do, what you want to do, what you need to do for taking care of yourself and for being generally, genuinely, and conventionally attractive and feeling better about yourself and all these things is maintaining your hygiene. And in fact, I'm well aware as well that a symptom of people who have chronic depression can often be not maintaining your hygiene. I had a friend years ago who didn't brush his teeth for like a year straight, and they got really, really bad. I had another friend who would go like a month or so without taking a shower, and it was just, they were really depressed. So it became a situation where it was difficult for them to bring themselves to do these things. But these are aspects that are very important to self-care. It's extremely important to take care of your mental health, and it's very good to work out and to eat right and all these different things. And it's great to reinvent yourself on a physical and just like appearance level as far as your style and all of those different things. However, the single most important thing that you can do, and you can do this today, you can do it right away, is take a shower. Shower regularly. Or take a bath, it really doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. Take care of yourself regularly, cleanse regularly, take care of your teeth, take care of your hair, all of these different things. All of these aspects that I've listed out are important to do and are good for you if you so choose to do them. If you're already happy where you're at, then you probably don't need to do them because you're already doing these things on some level anyway. But if nothing else, the most important thing is that you really do need to take care of your hygiene. I can't stress enough how important it is that you take care of your hair, you wash it regularly, and if you're somebody who doesn't have hair, you still want to wash your head just like you would wash every other part of your body. But the important thing is you want to take care of yourself. You want to make sure that you groom yourself properly, that you practice proper hygiene. You want to dress in a way that is still fitting to your style and makes you feel good, but you also want to make sure you have, clothes that fit you well and things like that. And while it takes a long time to see the results, you do want to do things, especially if you are underweight or overweight. You definitely want to work out and eat in such a way that you can do things to get the type of body that you want. After all, similarly to how we only have one life here, we also only have one body. So you're not going to get another one. You got to take care of it. You got to take care of it. Take care of yourself. Obviously, take care of your mind, take care of your emotions. All of these things will follow and kind of build upon each other. Developing good habits will go a long way for many different things. So, whether you want to go out and change up your style, hit the gym, or even just walking around your house or the neighborhood to get started, maybe even going into a run and continuing from there, however you want to handle that, or if you just need to get out of bed or get off the couch and take a shower, do whatever it is you need to do to take care of yourself. The world and yourself internally, your future self, will thank you. As always, these are my thoughts. Let me know what yours are in the comments down below. Follow me on social media for more. Subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date. Leave a like if you like, and if not, I hope you find something to do like. Later, guys. Peace and love.